Hello, hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel for Microsoft Intune interview question and answer tutorial. So this is a part 7 video where I will be covering up 10 questions in this video. In my last video I launched part 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 part I launched it, and every parts I covered up 10 questions related to interview questions for Intune, Microsoft Intune. So if you have not watched that video, please go back and watch your videos. So let's get started with this video. So here is the question list. I will be covering up all these 10 questions in this video. What is the PIM, how to check the current role assigned to your ID, or how to raise a PIM, how to approve it, what is the remote help, filtering, role and tags, multi-admin approval, Intune add-ons, and the user experience. So let's get started with the question number 1. So question 1 is, what is the PIM, privileged identity management? And here is a like, PIM will help you to manage and control, to monitor and access the resources. So uh, PIM basically introduced to control your the admin rights. So if you want to assign a admin rights, permanent admin rights, you cannot assign to the user, and you can limit your admin rights for certain hours, and that PIM will help you to do that. So if you are raising a PIM for a admin Intune administrator access, and there after the approval, that Intune admin access will assign the certain of hours according to your policy, like the 4 hours or the 8 hours, and then automatically that admin rights will remove after that hours. So now organization want to minimize the number of people who have the access to secure information or the resources. So actually organization want to reduce the number of admins on their infra. So they will save the risk. Now here is a just time in access. As I told you, just time in access, like if you need the admin access, you want to do, so you want to perform some activity in the Intune console, you need the admin access. So you go to the PIM features, raise the PIM request for certain hours, like you raise the 8 hours, and after the 8 hours the PIM will automatically revoke and it will change to the normal admin, like a normal user. Now just time in, just enough access. So how much access you raised, you will get that much access. Like you raise a help, you raise a reader access, you raise a admin access, you raise a help desk admin. Based on the access, it's limit your access. Now privileged admin workflow, and then the audit read only. So you can understand the this privileged admin flow, and finally you can do the audit, how many users are having that access and what type of access they have. So as I explained, basically PIM is used to limit your admin rights. Like if you raise the PIM request, you will be having the admin access for certain hours, then automatically it will roll back to the normal user as a read-only users. So that will reduce the high risk. If the any other user got, or any other guy got your username and password, and so he won't be having the admin access. Suppose you are out of office and you raise the memory, and other the user has logged in with your account, or somehow they got the password, then you don't have the admin access. So once you raised it, it will go for the approval with your manager, and once it approved, then only you will get the admin access. Now how to check the assigned roles to the users, like what type of access you have, or the what type of roles you have. So if you go to the eligible assignment, I fix it for the security admin, and here is a button to raise the active your security admin. So security admin is assigned to your profile, but it's not active till now. Once you first you raise the activated active request, you raise the PIM request, it will go for the approval, and then you will be a security administrator for certain hours. Active assignment, so this is a tab for the active assignment. What is the permanent access you have on your ID? Like I assign the Intune administrator, global administrator, global leader. It's just for the testing I assign, so no logic like the Intune administrator or the global administrator in the same profile. So these are no need to raise the PIM for your the active assignment, only the eligible assignment you can raise the PIM. So these are the active assignment for on this ID. Now, here is how to raise the PIM request. So basically you need to go with the tenant admin and then the privileged identity management, and then you can go for the role. So here is a eligible assignment, and as I showed you in the last screen, the security admin is eligible, it's not active. So once you click on the activate, you can see the work on the incidents, or you can say the your work and how many hours you needed the access, you can define it here. So like 8 hours, the maximum 8 hours you can fill, or if you want just 1 hour 2 hour, you can enter the numbers here, and then you can raise the PIM request. Now here is a this is for the approver, like your lead or your the manager can approve your the PIM request. So you need your approvers can go to the tenant administrator under the privileged identity management, and here is a approver list. So approve the request. So once it go, you can see in the approved list, here is a list, security admin, or might be there is a certain list because he's the team lead, and might be the many users has raised that request. So select that particular request and just type the comment and can give the confirmation. So the your PIM can be approved. Now the next question is, what is the remote help in the Intune? So with the remote help, you can take a control for the other device. Suppose you want to take a RDP or remote control for the end user device, so you can use the remote help. But so you can take a full control of the device that permitted by user. So once you initiate the remote help connection, then user will get it a prompt to approve it and give the full control to you. So once the user has permitted, then you can have full control on the device. So remote help will work with the role based access. What type of a role you have, based on that you can get the access on the end user device. Remote user can provide help you or referred as a helper, and the user is a receiver. Help is referred as a shares, as they share the screen session with the helper. So there will be two things, like the user and the helper, or you can say the helper and the receiver. So receiver who receive that request, that is a user, and the helper who need the help. Like you initiated the connection and it reached to the user, and user once it permitted, then you can take a control. It's similar work like your the teams. So on the teams you can get the control, but if you're getting the control, you have the read-only access with the team. You can't perform any the admin activity, or the user having the access, same access you will get with the team. But with the remote help, if you raise the connection, you can get access based on your the ID access. Suppose you are the Intune administrator, so you will get the admin access on the end user device by default. Now the remote help uses Intune role based access, that was called RBAC, to set the level of access a helper is allowed. So who is getting the helper, he allowed what type of access you can get it. If he allowed like a full control, so you will be having a full control on the device. If he allow the read only, so you cannot perform any action. So through the RBAC you can determine which user can provide the help and the level of help you can provide. Now user help should install on the both the devices. So remote help should be installed on the user device and the use and the controller device, like on the your device from where you can initiate the remote help. So that's how the remote help work in Intune. Now question number is says, what is the filter and why it needed? So filter, a filter allow you to narrow the assessment, the assignment scope of the policy. Suppose you are deploying any policy in Intune and you want to narrow down. I can give an example, like you created a group where you contained the Windows 10 and the Windows 11 devices, but you don't want to deploy on the Windows 11 device that policy. So how you can narrow down it? So but your device is already part of that group you assigned, so you can use the filter to narrow down it, to make it a filter. So create a filter with the Windows 11, and you can exclude from that assignment, so that deployment or the policy cannot be reached to particular that device version. And you have the n number of type of filter, different type of filter you can create. A filter used to target the device with a specific operating system version or a specific manufacturer, target only the personal devices or the only organization owned devices. So you can use a filter while deploying a app, software update, policy, profile, and the script. So wherever you are assigning a group, and you can add the filters as well on the same places, and it will filter it out data based on what type of filter you are using. So filter can be created based on your operating system, based on your organization name, based on your department, based on the other condition like what type of operating system it is. So you can create based on your requirement, and you can use inside your the deployment or the assignment. Now filters can use include or exclude basis. Suppose you want to include that in filters property inside your assignment, or you can exclude as well. Both the condition will work. So filters can be reused on a multiple basis. So for the every assignment you do not require to create a filter. You create a filter, so and that you can use inside the multiple assignment. Like you create a Windows 11 filters, and the one filter can be used in the multiple assignment or the deployments. So now, what is the role and the scopes? So as all we knows, I explained the many times about the roles. Roles define the set of permission granted to user assigned to the that roles. So basically, it's type of a access which you are assigning to the user. So when the user is having and you are assigning a role for the Intune administrator, that means that user will be Intune admin in your the console. So he can perform any admin activities inside the Intune. If you assign the read only roles to that user will be having only the read only roles in the Intune, and he can't perform any of admin related activities from the Intune console. So that's how the roles is working. Now so you can use both in the built and the custom role. So inbuilt roles are available in Intune, you can use that, or you can create custom roles as well. So I have the brief video about the RBAC role based access control in my the YouTube, so you can go back and watch that full video to understand it more deeply. Now, scope tag. What is the scope and tag? So, scope tag determine which object admin can see. So, when you tag any scope, like if you create a scope tag and you attach any object like on a device, then it depend on admins if the admin is having access to particular tag or not. So, if the tag is assigned to the device which is which the admin is not having the access, so admin cannot see, or the any type of user is having the access. If he's having the access to see the tag, then only it can see. If it is not having the access, it can't see the tag. So there can be a multiple tags, and the multiple admins can manage the tags. I create a video for this as well, so you can go and watch there. So default scope tag is automatically added to untag object that's supported to the scope tag. So if you have not assigned any tag to the any devices, that devices unassigned tag device can view for all these admins or the readers or the all the user can see it. But if you assign a tag and you assign the roles, so that particular specific role user only can see the devices. So that's the combination in between the scope and tag. Now what is a multi-admin approval? So multi-admin approval will help you to protect against a compromised administrative account. Suppose you are a admin and you can create a script, you can create an application, but you want to put one more security layer on that script or the app deployment. So you can do that. If you have the approved PIM, or you are a admin access, but your organization want to put a one more verification layer on if you are already the admins, so that you can do it to protect your app and the script. So here use the Intune access policy to require that the second administrative account is used to approve a change before the change is applied. So suppose you want to deploy a script, and you create a script, but that script should be validated in Intune with the other administrative. It's a right or wrong, but still you are the admin, so you can't do it because there is a multi-admin approval is required. Or you are creating an application and you want to deploy it. So once you create a application, because you are admin, you can do that, but you cannot deploy it. Before deploying it, need a one more approval from some of the other administrator. So this is called a like a multi-admin approvals. So this is a capability is known as the multiple administrative approval, that is called a MAA features in Intune. So with MAA, you can configure access policy and protect specific configuration like app or the script for the device. So as I explained you, if you are an Intune administrator and you want to create or deploy a script in your infra, so you can create the script, but you cannot deploy it because there is a multi-admin layer security that's protecting your script. Once you create it, there is a one more security approval required, or the one more admin required who can approve your script, and then you can deploy the script even though you are the Intune administrator. So multi admins is applied a one more security layer on top of your admin rights. Now, the next question is the Intune add-ons. So, Intune add-ons, Microsoft Intune Suite. So, you have like a add-ons feature available in your Intune console. Anyway, it's not much used in any of the infra, but yeah, Microsoft provided this feature. So, into 10 license purchase. So, I have purchased the 10 license for the Microsoft Intune, and these are the add-ons which is provided, like the remote help available for trial and the purchase. So you can go here and click the view details, and the Intune plan 2 Intune for the trial purchase. So you can go and select this Intune services offer the advanced endpoint protection capabilities, and these are like add-ons if you want to use, and if don't want to use, that also fine. Now, the last question is end user experience customization. So, what exactly it will do? Log into the Intune, and I will show you this actually in from the console, because it's not easy to take a screenshot or writing here. Now, with this, we can customize the company portal and user login screen page or the autopilot screen. So actually, this is for the customization for the lot of things, the end user customization. So let's go to the Intune console and we'll see how it looks like. So I am here in the Intune console. Here, what you can see, it's under the tenant administration, and let me click again and show you how it's going to work. So, and here is a customization. So we have a default customization, default policy, and we have the option to create it. So both can be used, and this can be controlled from the Azure AD portal. If you would like to add it to the customize, then you can just click here and you can modify the default policy as well. And what we seen here, let's see. Okay, so here you can put the organization name, whatever your organization name, like I can say the end user support, and it's a color standard or the custom. If you want to put the custom color or the standard color, so it's up to you, the blue, red, or the orange. This is the branding. So branding used when you log into your Intune or your company portal, or you used anywhere the account or your cloud account. And here the logo and the other things you can fill it out. You can give the detail, and you can customize the logo, and the many things you can do the customization. So I have a video to showcase this how it's going to work, the customization with the practical. You can go back and watch that video, or let me show you the one more thing. Is here is a create policy. So if you don't want to disturb your default policy, you can go and create it here, like I can say the test and create now. So here again will be on the same screen what the option I showed you earlier. Here you can give your organization name, you can give the themes color, you can give all these branding name, and this will show when you log in into when you do the autopilot or you log in into the Intune console, or you can launch your the company portal. So it can configure your the company portal as well. So here is the configuration, the device enrollment, available with the prompt or available no prompt. If you want to set it as a device enrollment, you can set it. Then all these information will be populated when you are enrolling any device. And like you can give a customized image also, so that a banner image banner can be reflected there, or all these settings you can use it. So guys, let me go back here, and now we are almost done with this. So guys, hope you learn well the next 10 questions, and I will be coming up in my the one more video where I will be showing you the next questions, next 10 questions. So my each and every video is containing the 10 questions. So hope I covered up 7 parts, so that means it's the 7 in tune questions I covered them in my video, and the one more video I'm collecting the content for that, and it will be releasing soon. So guys, thank you for watching this video. See you soon in my next video.